dear family and friends, distinguished hosts, and distinguished guests. As a student and a teacher, I spent many happy years in this campus. Some 60 years ago, we were the first high school students to move from the ruins of Padre Faura to the Loyola Heights campus, which I used to know like the palm of my hands. It is good to be back. I recall there was a dirt road from the Eagle's Nest to the Blue Eagle Gym. From the Blue Eagle Gym to the Bellarmine Hall. There was no C5 once upon a time. In fact, there was no traffic. Can you imagine Loyola Heights without traffic? That would be paradise. In the final week of the spiritual exercises, Saint Ignatius speaks of finding God in all things, in the events and people in our lives. This gathering is one such event, and I accept this award knowing full well that it has worked wonders through my family and friends who have accompanied me in my life. It is fitting, therefore, to begin with the word of thanks. Thanks, first of all, to my wife, Bo, for her constant love and support. During my 60th birthday celebration, which she orchestrated behind my back, she said, and I quote, "Being married to Ed Garcia is like being married to a Jesuit." Father Ben, you remember that, don't you? Father Ben, you remember that? I know, I hope you forgive me, Bong, for my being hard-headed, stubborn, driven. Traits which are partly due perhaps to my Jesuit formation, di ba? Sorry, Father Jeff. Those of us who work with Jesuits aren't those traits familiar. I want to thank my daughter Angel, our sons who are abroad, John, Mark, and Renzo, and our dear departed eldest boy, Roger Ford, who himself was a recipient of the Magis Award. And our 4 granddaughters, Leila and Luna, Lilia, and Mika, who are our source of joy and pride. To my late parents, Paulino and Rosalinda, and my brothers and sisters, particularly Paulito, whose birthday falls today. Happy birthday, brother. I want to thank you for being so understanding, since I spent more time in the streets than at home. I want to also thank all my Jesuit mentors and my teachers, those who guided me in life. We gather in this theater. Before it was named after him, Father Henry Lee Irwin was my teacher in English, drama, and literature. 5 minutes walk from here is Eliaso Hall. Eliaso was my teacher. Father Eliaso was my teacher in Spanish. He was such a lovely man. He would bring bananas to class for merienda. And then he had this uncanny gift that he could catnap inside the class. So we did not know whether it was for real or he was pretending. And so what did we do in class? We just closed our eyes. Oh, we had such great teachers. Father de la Cosa was my teacher in history. Father Fris Araneta designed a course for us for Lakas Diwa, which he called SPES, Hope. Social, political, economic, and spiritual. Father Donelan did our survey of literature, and he doubled as our basketball coach. For theology, dear Father Rebs. Philosophy was Roque Ferriols. For inspiration, we had Father Monmores and Abesamis. And I had a great teacher, an institution called PAGSI. PAGSI, you're here. I saw you earlier. PAGSI coined the phrase, "Basta ikaw, Lord," during the days with the Lord. Through you, PAGSI, and all my teachers in grade school and high school and college. Maraming salamat. To my companions in countless struggles, past and present, I will never forget Bobby Tanyada's mantra, "You can't lose them all." And so we did not flinch. We did not flinch. We continued, in the words of the prophet, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. And to my former classmates, and my former students, some of whom are here today, from the Ateneo, from the University of the Philippines, and from Far Eastern University, Diliman, thank you for having been part of my life. There is one word in the second week of the spiritual exercises, which for me embodies the Ignatian ideal of service, magis. To do more, to be more, to make a difference in the lives of others. Magis, the spirit of magis, is etched in my heart. Magis for me means moral courage, to take a stand no matter what it takes. Magis means the marathon mentality, to persevere, the stamina to persevere for as long as it takes. Magis means the willingness to seize the opportune moment, the kairos, to be able to demonstrate that one can protect human rights, one can pursue social justice, and one can respect the rhyme and rhythm of nature in the mindset of Laudato Si. Pope Francis' urgent appeal for us to save our planet for the sake of future generations. A message which he is carrying right now while we talk from La Habana, Cuba, where he is, what he just spoke to two former students of Belém Colegio, a Jesuit school named Fidel and Raul, and he's now on his way to the States to preach the same message. Magis, for me, is a synergy of moral courage, marathon mentality, and kairos. Finally, in the spirit of the soldier Saint Ignatius, I would like to pray for the gift of generosity. In this campus, many moons ago, we were taught a prayer, which I am certain many of us still recite today. And perhaps you can join me. Lord, teach me to be generous. Teach me to serve you, to give, to fight, to toil, to labor, save that of knowing we're doing our will. I believe in the power of prayer. I believe in the miracle of giving that keeps on giving. In the work for peace, the spirit of generosity holds the key that unlocks the heart of the other. A sense of magnanimity which allows the unbelieving to believe, which enables the free of the imagination which keeps hope alive. Let me end. Yesterday, we commemorated the International Day of Peace. While thousands of refugees from situations of violence in Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, and other places sought refuge, knocking at different doors across the seas. Meanwhile, here at home, Luman communities in Surigao del Sur and Davao del Norte, and our brothers and sisters in Bangsamoro remind us that the task remains unfinished, that much remains to be done, and we need to remain steadfast so that a successor generation of peace advocates will be able to build a more lasting, a more just peace in Bangsamoro and throughout the land. Together with my co-awardees, we will resolve to do our very best to remain heart-strong and brave in the struggles for peace ahead. Maraming salamat.